So you run into many code like this, don't fix yet. Why? Because one code causing all the other code. So you need to delete it and dry around the block, or dry until the first code come up. Okay? Now when you do that, then you fix the first code first. And if the first code still have, you fix that first code and still have more code coming up, then you follow those code and fixing it. If you don't do that, you just fix all those code, number one, you will be broke. Number two, you will not solving the problem, because the first code can, causing the other code. For example, on this code here have saying that camshaft position B. When that sensor is not function and retarded the timing, and when timing's off, then your cause misfire, you cause every other stuff. So that's why I recommend it for you to clear your code first before you fixing it. Because your first code coming up, you fix that one. If still code coming up after that, first one, fix it, clear it, dry it again. And if the second one came up, fix that one. But you just don't fix all the code at one time. Then that will create cluster problem for you, causing more money, and you still not solving the problem. Hopefully that message is helping you solve your problem. Okay, so I will test drive to see what kind of code is coming back. Okay, as I haven't drive yet, I try to clear my code, erase here. Okay, as soon as I erase, that engine light coming back. Look, erase, coming back. So that means this code is a serious. So you don't have to drive, and you just read it to see what kind of code you have on that. Okay, let me see. Read code. See, now it's saying that B camshaft timing over retarded bank 2. Okay, so that is the only code right now. If I fixing this code, we'll see it will solve the problem. So see that misfire number 2, misfire number 4, misfire number 6. Okay, but the main thing is go fixing that camshaft first. This is under the hood. Okay, and you have the cam sensor here, another cam sensor here. You have the VVTI's cam sensor here, another one right here. Okay, so according to this is, I believe that the one inside the intake, which is this side, the one on the exhaust is this side, and the intake side it's an A sensor, and the exhaust side is a B sensor. Now on a Toyota, you have cylinder number 1, number 3, number 5, and number 2, number 4, number 6. So your bank 1 is on that side, and your bank 2 on this side. Okay, just don't confusing that. So bank 1 down there, bank 2 over here, A, which is this side, and some B in this side. and you have this head right here up front, and then you have another one down there in the back. So the back side is fine, don't touch the back. So the front here is the bank 2. If you have sensor like this one, you have sensor like that one, you can swap these 2 sensors to see a code's jumping. According to this right here, that is the sensor, the problem. Okay, that is the sensor that I have problem. See how long it is. Sometimes you don't changing your oil, and this thing here can clog up too. But according to this right here, if you clear the code and the code coming back right away, it's not stopping for a while and then coming back, then likely your sensor is bad, because when the sensor is bad, then the computer don't read it at all. So that's why it popping the code right away. Now, as I cannot swap the 2 sensors because the way they're setting up, but I can test it to see how this sensor is making any sounds. Listen to this. Just little bit noise, right? And I have another sensors used one, and this one is I got from my other motor that I swapped long times ago, and I still have the sensor lay around. And let's test this one right here. You can hear the noise differently. Okay, well, let me put that new one in the car to see this one will solving the problem first. So that one, it doesn't sound very strong. And let me put this one in to see if this one will have the same problem or not. So as I replace the new sensor, and now it's working. So I'm going to take it for a spin to see if any other code like misfire coming up, because it was misfire number 2 and then number 4, number 6 cylinder. Okay, so let's go test drive. Okay, so I've been test drive for a while now, and I punch hard, there's no misfire, and the car running good. So according to this kind of code, if you don't change your oil very often, okay, because this is a car that run with a lot of sensor, you know, this have 4 VVTi sensor, so which is the camshaft sensor, like this one right here. You know, this is in a Honda term, this is like VTEC thing, and a Toyota term is variable while timing intelligent thing. And when your sensor got a lot of gum out and there is not a lot of oil coming to the sensor, and that can causing the sensor going like this. But according to this right here, the sensor is kind of weak, it's not strong enough to pushing. And when I test it with a 12 volt, you can hear that the clicking noise is very have anything in there. So that's why this one doesn't work. So as soon as I replace the new ones in, the cars function. So if you have a similar problem like this, you know, I recommend it. Don't wait too long for your oil get dark and sticky. So according to this car here, have a lot of gum inside the engine where the valve cover is. And I know previous owner probably they don't changing oil, and you don't changing oil either. So that's what caused this problem, where you have a low oil in your oil pans, and that can cause this code too. But according to this right here, I would say that the sensors is not function 100%. So that's why even though I delete the code and the code's coming back again. You know, normally a sensor is bad, you delete it and code coming back. So that means the sensor is hardware is problem right there. Hoping this video is helping you. So please don't forget to help me subscribe, okay? And thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye now.